Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces September 2, 2022. Getting a chance to refresh yourself emotionally can help you clarify your goals and ambitions, and you more easily draw upon patience right now. The moon begins the day in your sign but later moves into your resources sector. This move tends to even out your feelings. As well, transits tend to illuminate some of your deeper desires and fears today and tomorrow. Questions of trust may push to the surface, and self-honesty is especially important. You can use this focused, concentrated energy for intense study or problem solving. Bad news first. Your mischievous planetary ruler, Mercury, stations retrograde today, bringing emphasis to your expansive ninth house of adventure, belief systems, and unknown territory, but this isn't your first rodeo. Although, on a much brighter note, Mercury retrograde brings forth the opportunity to reflect, revisit, and reevaluate pending situations, so consider this your cue to get the closure you need. Moreover, today's moon in Libra will touch down on your stability-seeking second house of comfort, money-making abilities, and self-esteem, encouraging you to prioritize your emotional stability and value systems. Make your needs a priority in your relationship. Throughout the last few days, Mercury retrograde has been in a square with Uranus retrograde. The square has impacted your subconscious sector of talents and weaknesses along with your sector of expansion, experiences, and education. You might have had a revelation by now about what to follow. One of your talents or skills could have been made apparent to you during the square, which might be worth honing. You should consider looking for opportunities that allow you the time, space, and guidance to develop this aspect. After all, it could be professionally worthwhile. Just as the sun is spending his last weekend in your financial sector, the moon not only returns for its first visit to your income sector for the year but to begin the first full moon of 2022. With no planetary activity on the income side of the financial fence, the moon returns to give income potential a boost, and from the start, there is support from lucky Jupiter in your career sector. Not everything in your private life is running as well as you would like. Friends and family have their own wishes and goals and are not bound to show consideration to you. Even though it's tough, accept that some situations will not run according to plan. Try to change your perspective and understand others' points of view. This is the best strategy at present. Your regular sassiness has morphed into not-so-cute grouchiness, but it's only temporary. Focus on your own needs and you'll pull out of it faster. If you are longing for love and the feeling of security this brings, don't always pursue it with such vigor or be overly concerned if a love you want isn't always available. You can get what you want by taking your time, being a little more relaxed and calm. A brand new outlook brings with it the promise of success. It is easy for you to get carried away with emotions, your own or other people's, and it's important to balance yourself with grounding physical activities. Walking is preferable to using a car or public transportation, weather permitting. Be defiant when it comes to taking time for yourself, as you will pay a high price for ignoring your personal needs. Sitting down for a cup of herbal tea is also a nice thing to do for yourself. Stay calm and centered. You may choose to explore your childhood haunts today. In these ventures you may find new forms of expression for your artistic nature. Returning to your place of origin on a day such as this can offer many rewards. You may wish to spend time today interacting with the figureheads of your family. Your parents and grandparents have many things they can teach and pass on to you. Through this verbal legacy, you will gain a sense of family heritage that you will then be able to pass on to generations to come. After 4 months in a nostalgic part of your chart, Venus is finally getting ready to return to Aquarius tomorrow, and she will be bringing Mars with her. As you reach the last full day of a nearly 2-year Mars cycle, there is a call to hold back, but as Mercury moves into his final 5 days in Aquarius, the timing couldn't be better. Things will become a lot more energized and impassioned once Venus and Mars return tomorrow, with Mercury urging you to make the most of a chance to hear yourself think as you focus on your game plan and resolutions for the coming year. In a case of perfect timing, the moon is in your communication sector as Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into his final 10 days in Aquarius. With Venus and Mars returning tomorrow and the focus shifting more to matters of the heart and all things romantic, it is your relationships that can benefit from a strong focus on communication today. Our eyes in the sky. An opposition between the Scorpio moon early this morning helps us reconnect with our pride. However, this unbalanced aspect between the moon and Saturn could make it difficult to shed sorrows from the past. Remember that all forms of healing take time, and that it's okay to enjoy life and feel happy even when there are still aspects of your psyche that experience pain or sadness. Luckily, as afternoon rolls in, we'll be able to shake off any funky feelings from earlier in the day, as the void of course moon gives us the energy and ego boost we've been waiting for. Allow yourself to feel confident about yourself and your goals. This is also a great time to reassess or revise any passion projects. Don't hold back, get moving toward the things you want. The energy here is very creative, so get experimental with your hobbies and express your artistic side. As nighttime creeps in, the moon moves into Virgo, giving us some much-needed organizational energy. Use tonight to check your schedule and make to-do lists for the coming days. In the morning, the Scorpio moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, dampening our spirits. Others fail to give us our due, excluding us from social situations. Perhaps our friends or colleagues are unable to see how our talents could benefit the group, or we are otherwise prevented from participating due to ill will. On a more mundane level, we could be physically distanced from our communities now. Naturally, loneliness can weigh on our hearts, but we will do little to ingratiate ourselves to others by dredging up drama or adopting a "woe is me" approach to the issue at hand. If we really want to show our stuff, we are better off assessing our attitude. Remember, you do not have to be for everyone at all times. The moon begins its void of course following this aspect, lasting until the late afternoon. Instead of airing grievances or blaming others for wounding our pride, we might determine where our gifts and talents will make the most impact. In the late afternoon, the moon enters Virgo, ending its void of course. Over the next 2 days, our emotional terrain is governed by logic and precision. We feel our best when our routines are fleshed out. This way, we can manage tasks without succumbing to overwhelm. While this impulse to organize can help us streamline our daily lives and handle our business efficiently, life often proves unpredictable. If we are unable to rise to the occasion at a moment's notice, we should remind ourselves that we are doing the best we can under the circumstances. Discernment will get us everywhere, but overanalysis can devolve into tunnel vision.